Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Orville, Season 2, Episode 3, Home. This episode was intense, like horror level intensity, that I actually have some new respect for some of the guest stars, which there's guest stars everywhere in this episode, so that's kind of cool. So, to start from the top, work our way down, Isaac and Alara are arm wrestling. I don't remember the exact number, but I think Alara is actually winning. She's won more than Isaac has. But in this instant, not only does Isaac win, but he also breaks her arm. So, as we know, Alara comes from a planet that has high gravity, and then when she leaves, it just makes her super strong. She's got like Vegeta thing going on. And so, evidently, she's been out of it for so long that she's losing muscle mass and bone density. And so, she's basically, it sounds like she's just turning human, really. But, so she has to go back home to kind of integrate herself into the gravity and acclimate, and then it'll basically raise everything back the way it should be. So we see her mom and dad again. Her dad is once again played by Robert Picardo, the actor that played the Doctor in Voyager, which is important. We'll come back to it. And so that's great to see them again. But she does not get along with her parents. Like, they think her joining the military was the worst decision ever, and she's below average intelligence as it is. And so all sorts of stuff going on with there. In the meantime, we do meet her replacement, or her temporary replacement. I think his name was Thrall, played by the great Patrick Warburton, which is actually no surprise, because he's done a lot of stuff in Seth MacFarlane Productions. So it was great to see him again. He, with like the two esophagus thing, great character. He's always super awkward. And just as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, oh, that's amazing. Meanwhile, for Alara, their neighbor comes to visit, played by the amazing John Billingsley, who was the Doctor in Enterprise. So we got the Doctor of Enterprise and the Doctor of Voyager together. And so it's kind of interesting. They're basically scared because their house got broken into, blah, 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 not important. Finally, they're like talking about their son and how great he is and how smart he is. And this is the turning point. Like, this is the, oh my God, what's happening? Is like Alara's dad is making like soup or some sort of sauce, and it's boiling, and he's like, oh, it's ready. And when John Billingsley's character is just like, oh, the ladle looks dirty, use your hand. Like, it's terrifying. And they pull the gun on him and he makes him boil his hand. Like, it's absolutely terrifying, but it's done so well. Like, that's, I mean, you never really saw that for the Doctor. I liked Dr. Phlox in Enterprise. I think he did great. But, like, this was amazingly well done, and it was absolutely terrifying. We find out that his son actually killed himself because he was trying to do a study, and Alara's dad basically said no, and that he didn't have enough peer reviews and stuff like that. And so his son just killed himself, which is very sad, and now he wants revenge. Of course, Alara is able to stand again, saves the day, all's well that ends well, but it is such a well-done episode with such great acting going on in there. They try to set up artificial gravity in the holodeck. Once again, like, I just keep getting flashbacks of like Vegeta doing push-ups. But she decides she doesn't want to. She actually retires. Now, I'm not sure what was going on behind the scenes. I didn't look it up because I don't think it really matters. But I'm curious why the actress left. But it is a sad decision that she did end up leaving. I mean, she's basically now like the Tasha Yar, except for they didn't kill her off. So who knows? Maybe she will return for like guest appearances or something. Overall, I think she was great. The whole goodbye scene was just like so cheesy and tearful, but it was so well done. And then her leaving him the jar of pickles, because that's always, would you open this jar of pickles for me? Which I think he only said like 3 times, but still. Like, really well done episode. I'm really sad to see Alara leave. Still enjoying it though. For those who have seen it, what did you guys think to see, like, how many different actors were there? To see Robert Picardo, to see John Billingsley, to see Patrick Warburton. I never really talked about like Jason Alexander's playing the bartender, stuff like that. So what did you guys think about it so far? What do you think about Alara leaving? Go ahead, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time for Nothing Left on Earth Excepting Fishes.